good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here, and welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. And as you can see by the title and the thumbnail of the video, we're going to be reviewing an exclusive pair of sneakers. So big shout out to my boy Mark for actually being able to secure this pair. I was unable to, so again, this will be a review pair, so big shout out to him one more time. And if you guys are new to the channel, definitely be sure to smash that subscribe button down below, as well as hit that notification bell. But if you're already subscribed to the channel, definitely be sure to share with your friends and your family and all that in order to ensure that this channel continue to grow. So with that being out of the way, guys, let's just get to what you came here for, which is none other than the 2025 Nike Mars Yard 3.0. And guys, definitely based off of first impressions in hand, I do have to say that these are a cop. The likelihood of me copping these now are absolutely zero. So big shout out to everybody that was actually able to hit a pair of these, because they were extremely hard to get. You had to commit for about 6 to 8 weeks on the ISRU app, which stands for In Situ Resource Utilization. And literally it was an everyday commitment of posting on the actual app to gain points. I kind of started with it, but I really couldn't commit, and I did a lot of traveling this summer, so I just didn't have the time to. And for the couple of stores that were raffling off pairs and did the whole 350 point requirement, I think that was dope, but I truly believe that there was a lot of backdoor happening, especially in New York City. There was about 2 stores that had pairs, but literally nobody hit. But you know, it is what it is on that. I'm not going to complain. I'm just happy that we do have these in hand, and I have to say the quality control and craftsmanship, at least on my bros Mark's pair right here, it's absolutely phenomenal. And it's this kind of running sneaker, but it really is designed like a boot. Like if you actually feel the outsole of the sneaker, or if you look at this toe cap right here, although it's not a steel toe, it's a TPU toe cap, it's really built like a boot and built to last very long. So I do love what they did with the sneaker overall. So when going into the inspiration and history behind the shoe, this is the 3rd iteration, technically the 4th iteration of the Mars Yard. I believe in 2012 is when the original Mars Yard came out. Then in 2017, the Mars Yard 2 came out. And then there was an interim period with the Mars Yard 2.5, but that was only exclusive to the wear testers, or if you had the plug, or if you knew Tom Sachs himself, you know what I'm saying, you probably were able to get your hands on that pair. So that was the 3rd iteration, but again, it doesn't count because that was exclusive to only the people that were wear testing it. And then now for the general or public release, we do have this Mars Yard 3.0 right here. And again, it is pretty fire in hand, especially when you feel the quality and the control and the React foam on the midsole. But now I'm just getting ahead of myself too fast, so I'm gonna save that for later into the details portion of this review. But before we even get into the box details, guys, we do have a message from today's sponsor, so let's get right into it. Ever had some belts that you really loved but no longer fits? Well, I just found your solution. Anson belt and buckles are a one-of-a-kind product that features a track system called Micro Adjust. And with this track system, you literally have over 30 size positions spaced just a 1/4 inch apart in comparison to the standard belt holes. So instead of having to dig a hole in your belt when you either lose or gain in waist size, Anson allows full customization up to a waist size of 50. Also with Anson, you do have the ability to cut the belt down to your comfort level, which I will demonstrate right now. And to be honest, it's pretty easy to equip the buckle to the strap. And speaking of belt buckles, I had the privilege to acquire the 3 belt and buckles promotion, giving me up to 9 belt combinations, which they also demonstrate for you on their site when checking out. And because Anson is sponsoring today's video, when you hit the link in the description down below or scan this QR code to the bottom left, you'll get the 2 bonus buckle and strap pieces like me completely free, guys. So definitely be sure to scan or click that link in the description. And now I'll be going over some of the fits that I think go great with these belt combinations. So in this first clip with the slime green dress shirt, we got the Acorn Micro Patina stash strap with the traditional curved buckle in gunmetal. And what's really crazy is that this belt strap literally has a stash pocket that you can put whatever in. And in this next clip, this is literally what I'm going to be wearing to go out tonight in Williamsburg. So what we got right here is the Anson black leather grain Invincible belt strap with the traditional Anson logo buckle. So this one doesn't have the curve, so this is more clean in my opinion, and definitely I think that this is going to go perfect with my outfit tonight. Then finally, this is absolutely my favorite belt and buckle combination, because this is normally what I wear on a day-to-day basis. So what we got right here is the black crocodile tan leather belt with the all black traditional Anson buckle with the curve, and you can see that I got that thing on going crazy. So again, y'all, if y'all want to support the channel and try out something new, definitely be sure to scan that QR code at the bottom left or hit the link in the description down below, because you won't find this exclusive deal anywhere else. And be sure to upgrade y'all belt game today. Peace. All right, y'all. So now with that being out of the way, let's just get right into the box details of the sneakers. And guys, this is definitely the same type of Nike Craft box that we have seen with the GPSs and previous Mars Yard iterations. So what you can see right here is Tom Sachs Nike check design right here with the squiggly lines. And then we do have the Nike Craft at the top. Then when going onto this side of the box, you do see that it does say Mars Yard 3.0 as well as Nike Craft. Then when going onto this side, you do have some more Tom Sachs details as well as the Mars Yard 3.0 details. Then when going onto this side of the box, we do have that Nike Craft logo right there. And then before going on to the sticker tag side of the box, we do have this little detail right here. So on the box, it does have Tom Sachs writing right here, which states, "These shoes are only valid if worn and worn to death by you. Posers need not apply." So that's just some, I guess, boomer language to say, yo, resellers do not cop these sneakers. But you know what I'm saying? This sneaker is so rare. Even if you bought them at retail price to keep them, depending on what your financial situation is looking like, you can't blame anybody for actually reselling a pair, because that $1,400 or $1,500, depending on what size you wear, that could be life-changing for some people, especially if they're going through some financial hardship. And I'm not gonna make this deep or serious right now, but come on, guys, like, it's kind of tough right now. So anyways, with that being out of the way, let's just get right into the sticker tag right there. And it does read off as Nike NY3, and the colorway shown is natural, which is a very nice color on the sneaker. Sport red, maple, and sail, which again, you can absolutely see on the whole entire details of the sneaker. And then of course, I was not able to get these sneakers, so my boy Mark went with his true to size of a size 10.5. But I did have several conversations with people about the sizing of the sneaker, so I definitely think that I have a good grasp on what the sizing is like. And one of the people that I spoke to was actually a Tom Sachs employee for the Nike Craft. And so I don't know if y'all actually knew, but in New York City, Tom Sachs and his team was actually doing a thing where you can get your ISRU app ID printed out. So it was a pretty dope experience. Obviously, it didn't help me in securing the shoes. I thought, you know what I'm saying, if you actually went there and got it printed out, it would have gave you some type of exclusive access or something to give you a better chance. But clearly, I didn't commit enough to the app. When focusing back onto the sizing of the sneaker, based on what I've had conversations with people who have the shoe or worked for Tom Sachs and had the shoes on when I actually was speaking to them, they said that true to size does work, but in the toe box area, they actually expanded it so that people, depending on if you're super wide footed or narrow footed or whatever, you do have a comfortable space in the front toe box area of the sneaker. So you can get away with going a half size down if you're narrow footed or semi wide footed. But if you're super wide footed, you know, you have like flat feet or something like that, go with your true to size and it's going to fit perfect with this sneaker, because it does have that extra space in this toe box area, but the rest of it fits like a standard Nike type of shoe. So now with that being out of the way, let's just go right into the inside of the box lid right here. And I've did this with the GPS review, so I'm not gonna really go into what it says right here, but it's just a breakdown about the Nike Craft brand. And then you do have some standard white wax tissue paper and another extra detail, which I'll save for later, to the details of the review. So now with that being out of the way, let's just get right into the details of this amazing shoe right here. I have to say this 3.0 is a knock out of the park. It's an absolute home run. So now when focusing onto this toe box area in the front, there is this exposed mesh detail right here, which is used obviously for the breathability factor of the shoe, but the difference in comparison to like a Flyknit or any other type of mesh that we've seen on a Nike shoe is that this feels very rugged, very durable. Then when focusing onto the mudguard area on the previous Mars Yard, it used to be this natural maple detail right here that would surround the whole entire mudguard area. And I do have to say, the material on it is super great. It's this nice high quality suede, and you know it's high quality due to the fact that it does have that backstroke motion right there. So depending on which direction I push the suede hairs, it actually does change color, which means it's a very nice quality of suede. Then when going right into the front of the mudguard, we do have this TPU all black toe cap right here. And a lot of people were thrown off on this because they feel like it just doesn't fit with the shoe. But again, this is made to protect the sneaker and also give like a steel toe boot kind of feel to the sneaker. Definitely it's the only black detail on the sneaker that really pops out, but I love how it fits on the whole design of this sneaker. Then when going towards the top of the shoe now, there is this nice rugged mesh tongue right here, which is really nice and just matches the toe box area. And then we do have these thick rope laces right here, man. And I do have to say that I really do thoroughly enjoy these laces, because if you actually look at them, they do have these little ridges on it, which makes it really great for when you're tying, and it's not gonna slip at all, which I really love. And then when going towards the top of the tongue tab now, there is this big red pull tab right here that starts from the bottom of the Nike tab and then goes right through it all the way to the top of the pull tab, and that's a really nice touch. And then we do have this kind of retro classic Nike check right there, which is a pretty nice touch. Now when going into the lateral side of the sneaker right here, you can see that we do have that same beautiful mesh rugged detail right there. And again, which is standard to all of the previous Mars Yard, it is in this kind of cream color with that red Nike check right there. And it just looks absolutely phenomenal on the sneaker. Then when going into the back heel area of the shoe, man, I do have to say, this is so buttery. I mean, when you look at this B-roll that I'm about to show y'all, just look at that backstroke motion. It literally is so buttery, and it just looks amazing when you put your fingers back and forth on the suede hairs right there. Then when going into the back heel area of the sneaker, there is this same pull tab that's very similar to the tongue tab itself. And then when going on to the medial side of the shoe, the same thing pretty much follows suit as the lateral side. So there isn't really much to report on there. One more thing that I do want to mention is the ankle padding of the sneaker, and it is padded pretty well, but what I really love about it is the fact that it is this high quality leather lining, which is going to feel absolutely amazing. Now when going into the midsole area of the sneaker, it is replaced with a Nike React foam, so it's going to be extremely comfortable. I mean, you could just see the nice squish right there. Also, another detail that I want to mention to you guys is this rubber TPU detail right here. So instead of it being black like the toe cap area in the front, it is in this translucent beige or natural color. Finally, when going on to the outsole of the shoe now, it looks like a regular outsole, right? It's in this natural color, and you just have all these different lugs around it. However, when you actually feel it, it has this boot-like grip to it. It actually is insane. It's not like a gum bottom type of feel to it, but it has that same type of grip and durability, which is absolutely amazing. And then it does have these different patterns all around that outsole. But something else that you may not notice is the fact that there is a carbon fiber shank plate right there. And that's just used for that extra structure and durability onto the midsole and outsole of the shoe. So one more thing I want to show you guys before we conclude this review is the insoles of the sneaker itself. So they are made out of this cork material. And something else that I do want to briefly mention is that I don't know what Tom Sachs' occupation is. I believe he's an artist, a sculptor, and all that type of stuff. But he's definitely in love with NASA, spaceships, aerospace, all that type of stuff. He's really into that. So when you look at these insoles right here, there's a lot of elements. But what I really love about the insole is when you actually flip it around right here, there is this arch support right here, which is very nice. I don't think I've ever seen this on a sneaker ever in my life. I do love that they added this type of arch support. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, something happens and I get a Mars Yard at my front door. I doubt it'll happen, but I would be excited if that were to happen. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is on that, guys. And then when we go onto this next insole right here, instead of it being cork, it is a standard type of insole that we've seen on a regular basis for Nike. But again, what I do love about it is the fact that Tom Sachs did add that kind of arch support right here. And something else that you can see on this insole itself is the planetary system. So again, just goes into more of that spaceship, aerospace, NASA thing that Tom Sachs seems to be in love with. And I think it's really dope that he's able to express himself on the sneaker itself and that it was well received by everybody, but nobody was able to receive them, if you get what I'm saying. It's such a limited shoe. But anyways, with that being said, guys, that's going to conclude the history as well as the details of the shoe. So now let's get right into this on for a look, all right? All right, y'all, so that's going to conclude the review as well as the on for look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Definitely let me know what you think about this Mars Yard 3.0. Is it a cop? Is it a drop? I definitely want to hear what y'all think about it in the comment section down below. And other than that, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're already subscribed to the channel, definitely be sure to share with your friends and your family and all that, because in order for this channel to continue to grow, and to continue to hit more milestones, I need y'all help. So I'll catch y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace.